right, so back in 1990, I went and saw Child's Play 2 with my dad, and I'm pretty sure I saw a trailer for this Psycho 4. I was really excited because, well, I think on the trailer it did say, like, for whatever, this was made for cables. I was just talking with this guy at the end of when the film cut, when the video cut, anyway, I was just talking with this guy about Psycho 4 being made for some cable station or channel or whatever the hell it was. But we saw a trailer for it, or promo, I guess you should say, at the actual, screening of Child's Play 2, and it looked great. Like, it was something, all I can remember is, like, interviews over, just that cool shot of, like, cameras where the foam comes down or whatever, and that was the year that I just got into Psycho, so, I mean, obviously I was like, oh yeah, cool, and Psycho 4 or whatever, so that's cool. And then it didn't really come out, I don't think it came out on video until like 91, because I don't think I saw it until like summer 91 or something. And then obviously when that came out I was like, oh yeah, all over it. And this is obviously called Psycho 4, oh man, I'm freezing. Psycho 4 The Beginning, and you're right, it's probably in the 40s now.
Yeah.
Psycho 4 The Beginning. And obviously this is kind of like, I mean, I don't have a problem with this. I think if you're going to do a fourth Psycho movie, I think it was fine. Obviously doing more of what we did in 3 at this point would have been dumb. So this is kind of cool in the aspect of it's not, I wouldn't call it a prequel, it's just like a history or whatever of, history of his backstory, Norman Bates.
Yeah, it fleshes out his backstory, and it sort of is him trying to convince himself not to give in to his psychotic tendencies.
Yeah, because the movie
which is embraced in number 2 a lot, and then the end of 3 a little bit. So.
Because the movie does feature, should be said, it does feature, what's his name, Anthony
Perkins.
In the movie, but not, unfortunately, not until the very end. Ever at the house, he's living with, I guess, like a former shrink or something of his, which is kind of whatever, but anyway.
I feel like the timeline hadn't elapsed enough for him to have rehabilitated from the end of 3. That's my only real complaint with this one.
Probably. But it's kind of cool. The opening, this is the first Psycho sequel ever since the first one to actually have like the did it, I think.
Yeah,
and I like the opening credits, which is like the, this woman's making like his wife or whoever the hell she is making a birthday cake or whatever, and you see this and that, and it's like, so the movie starts with I shouldn't do that anyway. It's like this radio, he calls into this radio show talking about rehabilitated, for being like a cable movie, I mean, this is pretty, personally, I don't know what Matt thinks, but I think this is pretty, I think it's a pretty fitting final, like, Psycho movie. I think it's relatively fantastically done, and remembering it just now, it's got, like I say, it's got just rehashed, music, which is fine from the first movie and stuff, which helps it bring you back there. It features the gorgeous, attractive Olivia Hussey from Black Christmas, who's not even particularly that old in this movie as Norman Bates' mom. And, younger than now, Henry Thomas coming back to play young Norman Bates was kind of cool. And I don't know, I think this is, it's just pretty cool. I don't know who the hell wrote it or anything like that, but what did I give? Oh, okay. What did I give? I gave it 2 3/4 stars. Last one. I think we'll just go 2 3/4 stars for Psycho 4 as well. I think it's pretty great and cool to see, like, Norman's younger years and stuff.
Yeah. Passing it off to me.
I'm passing it off to you. That's what I'm coughing for.
I liked this one. I thought it sort of tied with things we've already seen before. Like, by number 2, he already was rehabilitated. He's rehabilitated and trying not to do what he was doing in the previous one, and it seems to be similar to number 2 in a lot of ways. But I think it's more well done, and it is cool to see his backstory that was talked about so much and actually see it come to life. That said, now with the Bates Motel show, which one day we might actually review for you,
I will, for sure. I don't know when I'm ever going to see him again.
that show is so well done and it paints that life, I think, a lot better than this movie does.
Well, this movie
but it's only like 90 minutes, so.
Yeah.
But at the time, like, I thought this was really cool, and I think this is a great way to end the series. I've only seen this one once, so I have that saying for it. But I will give this one 3 as well. I think it's a good movie.
Oh, I gave it 2 and
2 3/4.
yeah.
But I gave the previous movie 3.
Oh, so okay, right.
So this one's a good. I think on the whole, like, the Psycho franchise is good and relatively consistent in its quality. So this is a good one. And Anthony Perkins, I mean, you could see his sickness had set in.
Is this his last movie?
This was his last movie, I believe. His sickness had set in, and it was only 2 years after Psycho 3, but like he just looked so much worse for wear in this, which is really unfortunate. But in all 4 of the movies, it's great performances, and he's not in terrible much of this one, but he does a great job, and he really defends that character really well and defines him and everything. It's a good portrayal.
Yeah, the reveal of him at the very beginning, when he's talking in this, we got the old music and his track in towards his back, he's on the phone and he's like turns around and no, I'm gonna have to do it again, like referring to murder. And the whole movie is he got his wife pregnant, and he's afraid of what the offspring will become, so he's debating whether or not to kill her, because which is, you know, so his potentially horrible offspring doesn't survive, which is kind of a really interesting idea.
He destroys the house in this one too, correct?
Yeah, the house is burnt up.
Yeah, and that's something that I think is taken from the 3rd Psycho book.
Which is that the one called Psycho House?
Psycho House, yeah. And that one, like, that's been made a sort of funhouse ride. It's a terrible book, absolutely terrible. It also has a twist where, like, one of the characters you're following is actually a psycho. But
were those all written by the same guy?
Yeah, Robert Bloch wrote all of them. He's a good writer, but very inconsistent, because, like, Psycho's great. He wrote a couple of really solid episodes of Star Trek as well, like the original Star Trek show. But he's also written, like, the Unforgivable Psycho sequels, like, which I have to imagine just had to have been paychecks. Like, what are you gonna do in that world? And he's like, well, I do need to buy groceries. I guess we're gonna do Psycho House today. But I think in that it ends with, if memory serves, it ends with the house burning, which symbolically ended the franchise, and this movie goes out with that note as well. Considerably well done, or better done than in the book. There you have. Psycho franchise, we liked it.
We liked it. Incidentally, 2 and 3 I think are on Blu-ray courtesy of Scream Factory, and of course 1 is on Blu-ray courtesy of Universal.
Broke my heart. I bought the DVD, and about like 3 days later the Blu-ray came out of the first Psycho, and I was like, I'd already opened it and watched it at that point, but I didn't feel like, still to this day, I don't have the Blu-ray. I know I should get it, but...
The Blu-ray is cool because it's got, which I think is really important, it's got original mono, and then it's got, like the 5.1 is actually like completely re-full. I don't want to say the music is even re-recorded, so it's all stereo, but like all the Foley sound effects are completely like redone for current time and stuff, which is kind of cool if you're into that, but I'm an original mono guy.
I don't care.
You don't care.
The other.
You probably don't have 5.1, but whatever. Just for you techies out there who are interested. But what do you think? Is that it?
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you very much for watching, and if we're still live, we'll see you on the next video. If we're live
It might be the reboot of Psycho, we never know.
Let's just do that. Just do it really quick.
Come next for reboot of Psycho.
Coming tomorrow, or the next video being uploaded, is the horrible review of the remake.
Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, I guess I just spoiled what we're doing next. Damn it. All right. Thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you next time. Ring, ring, ring.